Survivor Series is a week away, and we have a huge match made last night on SmackDown. Actually, a couple nights ago on SmackDown, rather, is when you see this. Um, as the Fiend will defend the Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan, and there is one kind of thing we have to address in the picture for the match. It looks like it still has the red Universal title. We saw in the Firefly Funhouse that Bray Wyatt became a magician and turned the belt blue. Probably the best change for this Universal title since the beginning. Getting rid of what originally was a period-stained belt. And it was literally that shade of red, if not just dried out period blood, the best you can kind of describe it, which is an unfortunate way to describe it, but that's exactly what it was, to where now it was a beautiful blue belt. Probably the best change for any of these network logo belts in a very long time. Obviously could have went with a black strap, but you can't do that. The WWE title already has it, so you got to do something unique, which was interesting. But just for the record, it is no longer a red belt, it is a blue belt, which, being on SmackDown, makes sense. But we saw this happen on Miz TV, to where both men had a lot to say on Miz TV, even though Bray was technically just through the Titantron in the Firefly Funhouse doing this shit, as he does. And this, honestly, could be an incredible match. However, this means that there will be no NXT title match on this card. As far as we know, there could be, but it would make more sense. And honestly, with War Games, there might be an NXT title match on Survivor Series. Who knows? But as far as we know, that means the Universal Champion cannot face the NXT Champion anymore because of this. Unless one of them wants to do double duty, which I don't think they would. A lot of champions haven't done double duty as of late, which is unfortunate, but that is what it is. It's the law of the land right now. You have to abide by the brands and the networks and such, but that's what you have to do. Nonetheless, as far as this match goes, I really don't know. I really don't know, because on one hand, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, whatever you want to call him, should have a long title reign to cement this character and potentially hold it all the way to WrestleMania. At least I personally feel it should be that way. But if you were to lose it to somebody, Daniel Bryan wouldn't be a bad person to lose it to. So I will pick the Fiend to retain, but I would not be surprised at all if Bryan were to become the new champion. And finally, we have a new addition to the SmackDown team. Team SmackDown for the women. As the woman herself, Lacey Evans, joins Team SmackDown. There's not really anything to say about that. There's not any other teams that have been announced. There's no Raw teams, no NXT teams. Hopefully within the next few days we could kind of have a better idea of that. But as far as that's concerned, Survivor Series is literally next week, a little over 7 days away. So far, it's a great card. It's going to be a great card, and we'll just see what happens from here, as Raw is literally tomorrow. So the building of the card continues.